Don't use your family as a crutch. Use them as fuel. Don't let your family hold you back. Let your family be the reason you're going harder. It's poppin'. My name is JC, and I just love to learn. And I love to share what I've learned with you so I can help you out, help you understand life a little better, help you understand the world a little better. That's what I'm about. Pulled up in the driveway, and I was writing down some notes. I was watching a video on synthesizing, the concept of how to grow and turn your personal brand, turn your interest, turn yourself into the niche, into the business. That's not the topic of today's video, though. Finish writing down my notes, get out the car, grab all my stuff, and I walk to the curb. Today's Friday, December 29th, and the garbage went out on Tuesday, but I guess since it was the day after Christmas, they were like, fuck it. We don't care about these guys. So the garbage was still on the curb for 3 days. I had some trash that was in the car, so I went to go toss it, and I walked to the crib. I punch in our little key code, and oh, right. I got the second and third numbers mixed up. Punched it in again, Gucci. I walk in, I hear Blizzy and Brownie. Those are my dogs, I love them. Even though all they do is talk shit. And that's exactly what they were doing. Talking a bunch of shit. I dropped my stuff, a little bag, my clipboard that I carry for work. And I had to go back outside so I can bring the garbages back. Bring the garbages back, I come back inside. And I pop into my stepmom's office. As soon as you walk into the door, it's right here on the right-hand side. Walk in, I just pop in and say what's up. Because I heard her and my dad talking. Said, hey-o. No response from dad. Mo said, oh, yeah, hey, Jay. I could tell they were in a conversation that was pretty deep. Not necessarily aggressive or an argument. There was a lot of passion behind this conversation. Being that I'm ever curious, aka nosy as fuck, I was doing some eavesdropping. And I picked up that the conversation was about what my dad was trying to pursue. The stuff that he was trying to get after. This right here, this is my dad's merch. My dad's always been an artist. That started with music. That started with art. He used to draw. Eventually, that turned into writing. He has his own book. And he started a podcast. It's actually right there. The Greatest Foe. It's pretty dark in there, so you can't see it that well. But I could tell that was the conversation topic. My dad's been going hard as fuck for his family for 25 years. Because that's when his family started, with my sister. And he's had to keep going harder and harder. Because he ended up with 5 kids. My dad is from Irvington, New Jersey. Y'all probably don't know much about my state, about my home. But Irvington is not a nice place. Irvington is not a place that people come out and are making over $100,000 a year. They come out and they have this beautiful home with their beautiful family. My dad made that shit happen. But his work isn't done yet. Because he's not on his purpose. He's not on his passion. I've been seeing that for all my life. Whether it was my dad or my grandfather, whether that was any of the other people that were around me in my city. None of these men were on their purpose. So many men are stuck on this money layer. On this purpose layer of making enough money to finally become free. My dad makes a lot of money, but he's nowhere near freedom. Because he's not on his purpose. He's not pursuing his passion. He's not doing what he loves. That destroys me. When I first started getting into Hamza's video about 6, 8 weeks ago, I'd watched this video about how he was taking responsibility for his family. He was truly putting the weight of his family on his shoulders. He was going to take responsibility for their freedom. Last week, I was watching one of Hamza's videos. I think it was actually a video in Adonis school. Regardless, he said, your parents are damn near slaves for you. Think about that for a second. Your parents had you, and whatever purpose they were pursuing, whatever passions they had, they probably dropped that shit. Because now they got to make money. They got a family to provide for. I'm not saying go be a fucking deadbeat. I'm not saying you shouldn't provide for your family. I'm not saying you shouldn't go hard for your family. In fact, I'm saying the fucking opposite. Go super fucking hard for your family. That's what I'm doing. I've always been a people pleaser. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And it's haunted me for a long time. I've always served other people. I've always loved to help people. That's a blessing and a curse. Because as much as it's fucked with my mental and it's made me question my self-image, it's provided me so much love, so much joy, so much fulfillment. When I come on here, hop on the camera, and I just start talking to you about the things I've learned, whether that be from content, from science, from books, from the fucked up education system, even though it taught me a little bit, or that be from the biggest and hardest teacher of all, life itself. When I come here and I feel like I can just help people, that does it for me. I'm not making any money, but you know what? I'm waking up every day at 5 a.m., at 6 a.m., because I'm like, yo, how am I going to help these guys? How am I helping these young men? How am I helping my former self? You, my former self, the young men, everyone that I want to serve, honestly, which is the fucking whole world, you are only my third priority. For a long time, other people were my first priority. But I had to drop that shit because I was living a life I hated. I hated myself. I was depressed as hell. But eventually I started to help myself. And I realized that I got to go hard for me. I got to serve Jay first. But you know what? I'm not going to stop serving others. Number one is me. But number two, that's my family. That's the people I love. That's my mom. My mom has been disabled my whole life. She's been getting a little better over the past year or so. But all my life, I've only seen her get worse and worse. She has multiple sclerosis. If you don't know what that is, it's a disorder that affects your neurons and affects damn near all bodily function you have. Your eyesight, your hearing, your spine, your legs, your muscles. I'm going hard for my mom because I don't want her to worry about money. I want her to worry about getting better. I'm going hard for my dad because my dad is a special fucking man. But he's been being held back by being an amazing man, an amazing father, an amazing husband for providing for his family. But he hasn't been pursuing his passion. He hasn't been doing the things he loves every day. And I'm tired of seeing that shit. Because I want my dad to live his fullest potential. He's a special guy. And he has a lot to give to the world that he just can't right now. I'm going hard for my grandparents. Because they've been selling their souls for 40 years. For their children. For my mom. For my aunts. For me. My grandfather's been saying he wants to retire for the past 7 years, bro. And every year it's, oh, I gotta go a little more. I gotta go a little more. Dude, my grandfather loves cars. He loves music. I haven't seen my grandfather play an instrument. Ever. But he used to be in a band. He used to play bass. I don't know what the fuck my grandmother's passion is. Besides cooking? I don't know. I'm going hard for them. I'm going hard for my sister. Because I want her to be free. I'm going hard for my niece. For Kat. Because I refuse for her to go through the system that's turning our stars into squares. That little girl is a fucking star. And I refuse to see anyone try to strip that away from her. I refuse it. I won't let it happen. When I started posting videos 2.5 weeks ago, I made a commitment to myself. I don't care how long it takes. I'm gonna retire my family. I'm gonna earn our freedom. So I'm going hard for us. That's what I'm about right now. I want to help you. I want to help young men. I want to tell people to stop conforming, to start getting after their dreams, start being on their purpose. Y'all are my vehicle to serve them. I've always been about helping people. I've always had a big ass heart. I've always felt big. I've always had these big feelings, these big emotions. For a long time, I kept them hidden. I kept them locked away. And I was just using my brain. I was just using my logic. Now I'm using both. And I've never felt better. I've never felt more driven. I've never felt more purposeful. I've never felt more energized, more passionate to live. I haven't gotten an 8-hour night of sleep in like a month. For the first week, I was waking up every 2 hours because of weed withdrawals, night sweats. Waking up every 2 hours. It was horrid. I still wake up every few hours. But I don't care. I don't care. Because I'm going hard for the people that I love, for the people that I want to serve. But more importantly, I'm going hard for me. Because I felt trapped my entire life. I felt held back. I felt that I'm not living up to my potential because I haven't been. I'm done with that shit. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep improving myself. I'm going to keep making content. I'm going to keep providing value to you. I'm going to keep trying to serve my people. All the young men who are tired of living the life that they don't want to live, who feel stuck, who feel stagnant, who aren't making progress, who have poor mental health, who want to understand themselves a little better, who want to understand the world a little better. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm going hard. For me, for my family, for you. Use what you got. That's something from Alex Hormozy that's really stuck in my brain. You can have motivation, you can have passion. That shit is amazing. That's what I got. But you know what else? I have crippling insecurity. I do. I have fear of failure. I have fear of the unknown. I have fear of being judged. I have these dark desires. I want women to lust over me. Is that good? Probably not. But you know what? It's the fuel that I have. And if it's pushing me towards my goals, if it's allowing me to make progress, so fucking be it. Go harder every day. Put in the work every day. Start living your truth right now. Don't wait another second. Go hard for you. Go hard for your family. Go hard for your people. Go hard for women. It doesn't matter what your fuel is. Because at the end of the day, if you have the fuel, the car is going to go. Let's go get the fuck after our dreams. Big YDC.